For question 2, you recently graduated with a major in finance and have just landed a job as a financial planner with R&J Investment Limited. Your first assignment is to invest $100,000 for a client. You have been restricted to the following investment alternatives. Right? Alta Industries, an electronics firm. Repo Men Limited, a debt collection agency. Jamaica Foam, manufacturers of mattresses and other foam products. And your company's index fund, which owns a market-weighted fraction of all publicly traded stocks. In addition to estimating the risk-free rate of return at 8% and the market rate of return at 15%, you have assessed the following relevant information on each investment. So they gave us this table with the expected return, standard deviation and beta, and they now gave us Alta Industry, Repo Men, Jamaica Foam, Index Fund, and required A, briefly discuss why there is no reason to believe that the market will reward investors with additional returns for assuming on systematic risk. Right? So the answer for this, so this is the answer now. So for A, last question? No. The first question that we finished, that we did, question 1, was on asset valuation, bonds and stocks. This one that we are going to go through now for this question paper relates to risk and return. Right? Risk and return. Right? So the answer here, true. Diversification. Comma, risk can be lowered without sacrificing returns. Full stop. The market rewards investors for the systematic risk that cannot be eliminated through proper asset allocation in a diversified portfolio. So that's the answer, which I'm going to explain. Alright, I'm going to explain. Everybody finish with this part, right? So when you finish my something, I'll break it down for you to understand what the answer and what the question is saying. Alright, let's also break down the question. The question paper said, briefly discuss why there is no reason to believe that the market will reward investors with additional returns for assuming on systematic risk. First thing first, in relation to this topic, which is risk and return, first thing you have to note is that there is a direct relationship between risk and return. So there is, first thing before you look at the answer over there, there is a direct relationship, right, between risk and return. In very simple language, just using an example, let's say we have return and let's say we have risk. And we have two sets of businesses. Let's say we have a bank, right? Probably NCB, Scotia Bank, First Caribbean, whichever bank, right? And then we have a next business, probably say something like Cash Plus investment, right? Any of those banks we have agreed are fairly stable organization, right? In terms of risk, if you put your money there. So if a bank only gives you a return of say 13%, most likely the risk is going to be low, 2%. But if you want a high return from say a business like Cash Plus, the risk also has to be high. So a business like this probably want a return of let's say 800% on your investment, right? Then most likely the risk might probably be about 450%, right? So that's why I put it like this: there's a direct relationship between risk and return. Low risk, low return. High risk, high return. So going back to the question over there, the question paper said, in very simple language, do you think a business, do you think an investment needs to compensate us for a risk that we can control? That's what the question is really asking us for the question paper. The question paper is asking us that, do you think an investment needs to compensate us for a risk that we can control? From what you will have learned under this topic, there are two types of risk. There are what is known as systematic, which you cannot control, right? An example of this is war or inflation. Right? So war is fighting over a country, you can't control it. Then you have the other one, which is unsystematic risk. Which, for example, be like management strike at a company, which we can control. So we have these two sets of risks. So the question is now asking us, do you think an investment should compensate us for this risk here that we can control? Right? And the answer says here, through diversification, risk can be lowered without sacrificing returns. The market rewards investors for systematic risk that cannot be eliminated. So it's the one that you cannot control that the market is supposed to compensate you for, because that's the risk you are taking. Is that clear? The risk that you can control, the market shouldn't reward you for that really, because you have control over this one. It is the one that you cannot control because you are taking a risk. This is what the market is supposed to reward you for, because you can control the other one. So that's really what the question is asking us. So the answer right here, the question, just looking back at the question, says, briefly discuss why there is no reason. The reason is because through diversification, you can minimize your risk. Remember, I wouldn't put all my money in Cash Plus because it's a risky investment. So I'll put some in a bank, I'll put some in Cash Plus. So try and what? Minimize my risk. Is that clear? So that's why the question says, briefly discuss why there is no reason to believe that the market will reward investors with additional return for assuming unsystematic risk. The only risk that the market will reward you for is the systematic risk. And the longer and short of it is that because through diversification, at least you're not putting all your eggs in one basket, you are trying to minimize your risk by forming a portfolio, then the market shouldn't reward you for this really, because you can eliminate this. Is that clear? Alright? So that's basically the discussion in terms of explanation. Can we now move on? Everybody okay with the answer there? Alright. Part B says, assuming you could invest in only one of the above choices on the basis of their standard, on their stand-alone risk, which investment offers the best opportunity? So, this is the answer for B. We're going to look at we're looking at the risk, return, trade-off. Right, the risk return trade-off can be measured by the coefficient of variation. Full stop. Right? So which is CV for short. So CV now is the coefficient of variation. I'm now putting the different companies outer industries. And the CV, right? The coefficient of variation right here, CV is standard. The formula is standard deviation divided by the mean, which is standard deviation over mu. Right? So that's the formula for the coefficient of variation. So right here for outer industries, we have, using the formula, we have 20 divided by, I'm picking these values up now from the question paper. 20 divided by 17.5, we have 1.14. For reforming, we have 13.5 divided by 1.9. So these values from the question paper, right? Then we have Jamaica foam. We have 17.2 divided by 14.6 equals to 1.18. And then the last one is index fund, which is from the question paper, the values are, alright, from the question paper, we have 15.3 divided by 15.2. And we end up with 1.01. So we have hence the index fund offers the best opportunity. The index fund offers the best opportunity. Let's go back to the question paper. The question says, assuming you could invest only one of the above choices on the basis of standalone risk, which investment offers the best opportunity? So the one with the lowest coefficient of variation offers the best opportunity cost.
So the mu is the expected return.
Yes. So the formula for coefficient of variation is standard deviation over the mean, which is this over the mu value.
Expected return.
Yes.